So I want to talk about how you can move off of a spreadsheet into Coda for your sales CRM. So if you're just getting started in your business, or maybe you're just edging into a new business development or sales process, you probably start with a list of people, or if you're a little bit more advanced, maybe it looks something like a spreadsheet, like you're seeing here on the screen, where it's a few of the folks you know within the business, their contact information like an email and phone number, but there's not much more beyond that. So oftentimes people in Coda start with that. They copy and paste their spreadsheet, or they start with a simple template like this to get all of the folks that they know within the industry or within the specific vertical that they're going after into Coda. Now, the next step often is maybe you're talking to multiple people at one company, or you're trying to get that company on board, especially in business-to-business sales where you're partnering or selling into corporations. So what you can see here is there's a selection of company. And on the left-hand side, maybe you'll create a new section called companies and start putting in more information about the company, like where is it located or what status they are in your funnel. Now on the contact side, you can connect these two tables now through a lookup between them, so I can select which company people are part of. And on the company side, we can look at who's connected on the contact side and pull those in so that you can start consolidating your efforts across your team or just individually when you're going and pitching these accounts. Now, oftentimes in most CRMs, there's a sales or a deals section that connects back to the companies. So here we have a section that shows all the deals within our pipeline and looks at the companies and pulls them through, and then you're able to select different contacts within that company back to the deal pipeline. And this is a really common design amongst all CRMs. Now, what's really unique about Coda, beyond being able to start very small and growing up, is the ways in which you can visualize some of the data within your pipelines and within your CRM. So here within the folder active deal views, what we're doing is we're taking this deal and making it visually different for how we like to manage our deal pipelines. So you can see this link here. It will show you that this base deals is viewed in a whole bunch of different ways. So I'll show you 3 different ways in which you can visualize that. So one would be just a simple deal list. Like most CRMs, it's a list of the opportunity, maybe how much value you can attribute to winning that deal, whether that's one time or maybe over a year, when you expect to bring in that cash flow and what status. Then maybe I want to see that differently over October, November, and December, which deals are in which part of the pipeline. Or maybe I want to splice that one level different and look at the different deals within the funnel as we move from these really high level lead prospecting, pitching through to negotiation, and hopefully one deals further along the process. So at any time I can shift in and move these opportunities down the funnel or back up if things didn't go quite as expected. Same with deals in the month and the deals list. Now, what's really important for most small businesses is they don't all run the same, and the customer is really the main focus, but oftentimes a lot of CRMs don't have that level of personalization that you can build into your CRM. So one thing that's been really powerful, especially for businesses just getting up and running using Coda, is being able to visualize the companies and the contacts how they want to. So here we have another view of that base table. So what we can see here is this display. If we were to move it back to a table, it's just that company table that we were looking at before, but you're able to turn that into a really interesting view. So whatever is most important to you when you're looking at your company, you can drag and move the fields around using what we call layouts. So here you go into the layout view, we can shift different fields like this. Maybe contacts aren't as important as the deals, so you can shift and move that up. Whatever is most important for your team, you can focus on that front and center. So I'm just going to bring that a few levels back. And same goes for contacts. like Nico, if you have images of the folks who you're working with, that really helps identify them when you're working, especially with a larger group of folks. Their face always comes to mind, usually before their names. And again, you can lay this out how you want. Now, let's say that you're on the road or you are on the couch and want to pull up a list of the companies and contacts you work with. These visuals that we've designed make it look really good on a mobile app. So I'll show you what that looks like. So the same doc without any coding or anything beyond just pulling this up on the mobile app, we can see that table is rendering as little card views. And then if we were to click into any of these views, you can see that design that we built earlier is automatically designing, re-rendering in a way that's really easy to see on the mobile app. So I can see conversations that I've had with her and who my different companies and contacts are. So same goes with companies. So let's go back to the desktop version of this. The last point of working with customers is that it often doesn't only fit into a structured table with different pipelines and different pieces of data. Usually there are things that fall outside of that that you want to track or take note of. And so Coda creates this really nice surface where you can balance writing with data. So the first example of that is in the dashboard section. Maybe you want something instead of just a chart or instead of just a table, something a little bit more friendly to update the team on. So, well, how are we doing? How many companies are we working with? What's the hot deal to focus on this week? So with the Coda formula language, we can reference things like the companies table and count the number of companies, or looking at the deals that we're working on and just focusing on the very top deal within the negotiation phase and pulling that and surfacing that in a really friendly way for the rest of the team to digest. Beyond that, you can create custom dashboards. Oftentimes, you like to see the pipeline or when you expect deals to fall in. This is more traditional CRM reporting that you can build, and it's all there to build. But I really like this intersection of being able to write and have more graphical data in the same place. So the same goes for account plans. When you're thinking about how to bring on a customer, oftentimes there's the people, the dollars, the dates, a little bit of story between the activities that you log against the account, but rarely is there an encompassing strategy and a good, deep understanding of the customers you work with. So in Coda, because it starts out as a doc and can always be a doc if you want it to be, we found a lot of teams, including our own, writing their account plans within different sections and folder views here. So here is my account middle point, and I'm working on a way in which I can better partner with them and hopefully win the sales. So you can see my full write-up here, which would normally be in an email out to the team or an internal doc that I pass along or keep on my own desktop. But what you can see is some of these blue items is or are different pieces of the CRM that's all connecting back to here. So one of the most powerful things is you can @reference anything within the doc. So that might be people who you're working with, contacts, specific conversations that I've had, deals, as well as companies. So you can see here that middle point is @referenced. I can click on it and go right to that card view that I designed through layouts for middle point, who the contacts are, what the deals that I'm working on, as well as anything that you can see here. So this is a specific opportunity that I'm working on with middle point. I click it, I go right back to the opportunity. So I'm really excited about having this surface where you can blend both the more structured data of a CRM with the more flowing words, deeper understanding of who our customers are and how we're performing as a team. So I'm really excited to share the CRM with you, and I'll include a link at the bottom of the video for you to be able to use this. Thanks, everyone.